We'll start with Penny.
Great. Well, it's wonderful to be here and welcome. My name is Penny Delgadillo, and I've been in channel affiliate marketing for about 15 years. Most recent, I'm at Microsoft leading our apps strategy with partners. And so I work with apps partners that are trying to monetize their business with Microsoft. So go-to-markets, affiliate channels is always a hot topic when we're driving marketing strategies with these partners. I work with partners in a B2B space like Sage and Intuit. On the B2C space, we work with partners like Vidi, which I'll talk about, as well as Square. And I will pass it on to the next person.
Yep.
David Perez. My background is with affiliates is I started over at eHarmony managing the affiliate program. And then I started running all of the online acquisition for eHarmony. But when I was there, I really got exposed to affiliate as a channel and, figured out how to optimize it. From there, I was one of the co-founders of Convertro, where we built software to help optimize the affiliate channel. We see the affiliate channel as a channel where you can easily cut your spend in half and still have the same results. I'll walk you through how we do that later on. But that's a quick intro for us.
All right, my name is David Binder. I work at Dreamworks Animation, and I've been at various studios throughout my career. And I work in our global promotions department, and I also head up our home entertainment department. Actually, Jeff and I worked together briefly at Dreamworks while he was working on a virtual world for our Kung Fu Panda films. My role is to find partners around the country to help promote our movies, our DVDs, our online services as well. And so I work with a lot of companies like Kraft, Kellogg's, McDonald's, really, from very big companies to very small, much smaller companies. I'm working right now with a online eyewear glass retailer called Coastal.com that is going to be giving Warby Parker a run for its money coming up. So that's my role here. We are always looking for our partners ask us a lot about how do we get involved with DreamWorks Digital. So we help them through that process as well. And there you go.
Hi, good morning. My name is Michael Norris. I work at Yahoo and have been in the affiliate business for probably about 7 years now. Started out at actually an affiliate company called Hydra based out of LA, and later moved to Ad Knowledge out of Kansas City, where we were always kind of at the peak of the brand performance marketing. So really finding ways of getting brands involved with affiliate marketing and other types of performance and DR-based marketing. Since then, now at Yahoo, where I have some bigger budgets and more fun tools to play with. So always experimenting with that and finding new ways of driving conversions for large brands. Thank you.
Hi, excuse me. Zara Bidar, affiliate marketing manager with Warner Brothers. My role is fairly new with the company as they've just brought it in-house, managing all of our e-commerce shops. But I've been in the industry for a little over 10 years now. I've been on both the advertiser with other direct response advertisers and publishers. So thanks for having me.
Great, thanks guys. So just a really brief, what is affiliate marketing? Usually we start out with what's working for you. So hopefully in the middle of you answering what is working, if you wouldn't mind spelling out for people like me, maybe who haven't been working in affiliate marketing, what is it? Is it like, taking a budget and throwing it at a channel and then having ads pop up in their stream, or is it actually having the affiliate create content for you that is targeted at their audience? And why is that better or different than throwing a bunch of money at like Google AdWords or something like that? Do you want to start with what's working and maybe answer a little bit about what is affiliate marketing for me?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, by definition, what affiliate marketing really means is that you have a person or people that are selling your service and they're getting a quote-unquote referral fee. What I look at it in my industry is whether it's a service or a product, whether it's something that can be driven through activation right on the affiliate site, so like a little cart that they can just purchase on the affiliate site, or if it's something that needs to be passed through to my partner who then needs to deploy it in the case of a service. So that's how I really view affiliate. I think the couple of things that I've seen working in the industry today is one, a hybrid approach. So to Zara's comment earlier, I've seen a lot of partners do hybrid approaches where they take their top 20 affiliates in-house and they keep those close to their vest, and they run a very tight program for those affiliates because they're their top earners. And then they leave the long tail, and what we call the long tail is basically the rest of them, to an outsourced agency. And that could be your standard commission junction, affiliate, window, those sorts of guys that, have been around for a long time. The second trend that I see that's really working is mobile. And so we did some studies in the UK that show a fifth of the affiliate traffic that's coming in is coming in through mobile. Mobile's very tricky, as you guys know, and so one of the things that we advise a lot of our partners is to make sure that they invest in the infrastructure to be able to have the right tracking mechanisms and actually monetize mobile. I see this more of a trend in the partners that I work with that are doing B2C versus B2B. And then I think the last thing that I see as a trend that's really working is focusing on an influencer strategy. And this is sort of back to affiliate marketing 101, but a lot of people don't realize the power that influencers have on the brand that you hold or that you're trying to grow. And so a great example of this, and we can get into it more, is Tiny Prints. They started off trying to monetize, envelopes and paper. That's very hard. And so what they did is they had a very aggressive strategy on the mommy bloggers, going viral and really driving an influencer strategy that helped them grow. And they've seen over 5 years, 100% growth in their affiliate channel. So if I could break it down, I think it's, understanding who your top performers are and treating them differently. I think it's looking into new technologies like mobile. And then lastly is really this sort of influencer strategy that, again, it's basic, but a lot of people don't do it.
Wow, you set the bar high. Thank you. All right. How about you, David?
Yeah, I think the definition of affiliate marketing is one of the few channels where you have this ability to have some risk sharing, where if you look at PPC, you have a CPC. If you look at display, you have a CPM. It's really an opportunity to have a CPA, or cost per action, situation where you're essentially able to allow people to prove themselves to you. And you have the ability to adjust payments within that channel. So, really there's two sets of affiliates out there. There's the ones that are accretive. They're really going to help you grow your business and are really going to bring new customers to your site and are going to help you get conversions. And then there are ones that are designed specifically just to get in the way. And those are the cannibalistic affiliates. And in general, the cannibalistic affiliates, you can think of coupon sites as cannibalistic. We look at a funnel analysis, and we look at the stages of the funnel. You look at the bottom of the funnel when someone's already entered the cart flow, someone's already entering their name, they're entering their information, they're about to buy, their intent is to purchase. They see a little box that says, enter your promotional code here, or coupon code here. They then go to Google, they search for a code, they bump into an affiliate, they click through, and then all of a sudden that affiliate shows up as the last click, and they're getting credit on a last click basis, 100% credit for that conversion. And that affiliate is really not adding any value. And so basically we bifurcate the affiliates out to the ones that are accretive, and the ones that are accretive tend to be the top of the funnel ones, like comparison sites, like top 10 X sites, whatever it may be. Ones that are writing reviews or have content. And those are the ones where we'll see that they're the first click or they're actually the only click involved prior to a conversion happening. And those are the ones where you want to give them, additional payment. So our recommendation is to take your affiliate commission, cut it in half, and give private offers to the affiliates that are more accretive. And with our software at Convertro, we can easily help identify, which affiliates are top of the funnel and accretive, and you can shift, more spend towards them.
Thanks. That's perfect. I feel myself getting smarter already.
I feel myself getting dumber, actually. Because I'm representing, I guess, old school marketing, as Josh told me. But anyways, our affiliates are our fans. So we don't, first of all, excuse me, we're not going to pay anybody. So Studios don't pay, at least our studio, we're actually kind of cheap. We don't pay anybody. We look at our fans as our affiliates, and what we do, like for example on Facebook, we have over, if you combine all of our movies together, we have about 90 million followers on our Facebook. And so we look at them as how do we use those people to get the word out that a movie's coming up, a release is coming out, whether it's digital, a new mobile game that we're doing, which is really getting, I think you said it's the mobile gaming business is just booming right now. For us, we had a turbo game that we gave away $1 million through one of our partners. Verizon sponsored $1 million giveaway, which was just a huge success for us. But in terms of getting back to our fan base, we'll actually bring fans to our studio, or Facebook fans or our Twitter fans, to the studio to talk to the filmmakers to hear what they want to hear about for the next sequel. And so that's how we end up using our I guess what you guys would call affiliates, but what we call fans, is to generate buzz through their websites, through their Facebook pages, through their Twitter feeds, to really get a lot of interest into our films. And then from a partner standpoint, from what I do with Kraft or with Kellogg's or whatever, they like to use our IP to generate more eyeballs onto their products. So why they partner with us is like, a cereal is not that exciting. Macaroni and cheese is not that exciting. If you put Shrek on that cereal, it's gangbusters. So that's how we view affiliate marketing in my area.
So from the people in this room, I'm sure there are some people here from brands, some from lead aggregators and other forms of digital marketing, and all of those involve affiliates. And really the reason why any of these groups of people would get involved with working with a third party or somebody who they don't really have the control over is usually reach. I mean, really what you're trying to get at is finding people that you couldn't find through your own marketing efforts, and that's when you want to bring in affiliates. So the things that I find working well are being able to really utilize data and being able to target those users that you want to find. I mean, it's always great to get your ads in front of eyeballs, but if it's the wrong eyeballs, maybe you're not giving the best message. Sometimes you could even be hurting your own brand. So using data and a lot of affiliate networks, a lot of just ad networks and individual publishing sites will know who their customers are, and the ones that also have great content may actually gear those types of customers to the correct sites. So that's one thing I find working well today is utilizing data, whether it's coming from a third-party data aggregator or just people's own knowledge of their customers, is a really great way of reaching those users. Another thing that I am seeing a lot more today than I ever had before is transparency. So for branded sites, back in the day when they first got excited about affiliates, it was, again, about reach. It was about, hey, we're seeing all these conversions. This is great. We're spending a ton of money. We're getting a bunch of new customers. But then when you look further down the funnel, that lifetime value might not be there. And part of the reason was, again, maybe you weren't hitting the right customers. But and then also it could be other things. In the affiliate world and with blindness, there's a lot of people out there who are just trying to make money off of conversion rates. And as a brand, you really need to focus on the publishers that are really providing that value. And with the transparency that is generally available today through different ad networks, affiliates, you really have that window into where your customers are and what funnel it is that you're pushing your ad through to reach those customers. So that's something great today that I didn't see 5 years ago, and I hope that the industry continues to go in that direction because it makes selling digital media so much easier and so much healthier of a conversation when you're talking about third parties and affiliates. And the last thing that I would bring up is really just being able to look at, sorry, David, as you brought up earlier, being holistic and seeing how the funnel and the attribution model fits. So, of course, cookies might be going away, but different companies, Yahoo, Google, Microsoft, Apple even, are finding new ways of using logged-in users to really track how they're experiencing the World Wide Web, how ads are coming to them and how they're perceiving those ads, and then using that interaction with different content, with different sites across the board, and really knowing your customer and being able to deliver to them, whether you're reaching them through search or directly or using affiliates. You have those capabilities now.
Thank you. That's 2 votes for funnels and probably a vote for the panel later today on data-driven decision-making. So, Sarah?
Our definition of affiliates is really just about the payment model. We're utilizing all different types of affiliates in terms of content, email, social, but we are sharing that risk with, if they generate a conversion for us, is how we define them as an affiliate, is when we pay. What we see working is for our shops are a lot of those coupon type sites because we're very promotion heavy and product specific. And so working with the networks like Commission Junction and is very helpful, as well as building relationships directly with those specific sites, I would say is probably the best value. Really engaging them, understanding their model, and then having them understand your product and what you're looking for has helped us a lot too.
It's interesting to hear the difference between the two studios, where one is more concerned with marketing, because I believe someone else does the distribution, right? Mm-hmm. But with you guys being involved in the distribution, you're more involved in the transaction.
Correct.
So something to take note of.
We don't sell anything direct to our consumers at all. So that's why we would never pay out for something like that.
Okay, great. Why don't we work down the line in the reverse order? Hopefully I'm not catching you off guard. And we'll talk about some things that haven't been working within the industry or within affiliate marketing that you're aware of.
I would say it's the opposite of not engaging with the affiliates. The days of just putting up an offer onto a network and hoping for traffic, those days are gone. You really have to do your competitive analysis and see how you compare with others in your space. Pricing, what you're paying out to affiliates, that's also very important. Creative, landing page, content, all of that also plays a big part in the conversion. And again, I emphasize the relationship with affiliates because that's where I see both the success and or the failure of a relationship.
I've noticed too, some of the affiliates can get pretty tough to approach. I've looked at some mom blog stuff, and they'll have a separate page, like all the rules if you want to contact me or work with me.
Yeah, they're getting very savvy.
Yeah, as they get their traffic builds up, they become more demanding with what they want from you.
Right.
Jeff, it's now parent blogs, not mommy blogs.
Sorry.
I've been yelled at.
Flames coming my way, I'm sure.
Yes. And you're a dad.
Daddy blog.
There you go.
Go ahead.
So I would think the kind of the biggest thing that's changing the industry and maybe not work as well as it once did is just the change of how companies like maybe Google or Yahoo even are filtering some of the ways that advertisers can reach their public using affiliates. So my background involved a lot of email marketing. When I first started, you were able to get in somebody's inbox with a great branded ad. We had clients like AT&T trying to reach new customers for get a free phone with a 2-year commitment. Customers usually responded great to these ads. It worked really well, reaching them via email. But as the ways of reaching customers become more controlled and the environment gets a little more closed off to third parties, we need to find better ways of reaching the customers using affiliates. Sorry, I don't remember who brought it up, but somebody earlier spoke about content and really being able to drive customers directly to you. So I think the best affiliates, the ones that are able to get around this today, are the ones that can create something that's beneficial to the customer and be able to get somebody to interact with them. So just having a site that maybe you're using PPC to get customers to then pass off to some other ad or maybe even comparisons that don't really give any true benefit to the customer, those aren't working anymore. And I think that's to the benefit of the industry, but it definitely makes a tough time for getting that reach that you're looking for through affiliates. And also, of course, tough time for affiliates who are trying to make the most of their customer base.
Well, from our perspective, exactly what you just said, it's all about content. So when we do a film or a television show, if the content is good, we get more fans. If the content is, well, I don't want to say it's bad, but if the content's not as good, then we have less interest in following us, less interest in talking about our movies, and so forth. So it's pretty simple from our perspective. Content is definitely king in our world, and that's what drives the interest online and social media.
Yeah, when I was at eHarmony, we did a lot of email. We even work with Hydra as well, and we loved email from the standpoint that you're sending a message to someone's inbox. There's a subject line. The user has to read it, and if they read it and open it, then they're essentially able to engage with your brand in a rich content format. They're able to read something about it. There's a graphic, and then they decide they're going to click through. So they're a very qualified audience by the time they get to your site. And what we found with email is that a lot of people, when they were, did the self-select, how'd you hear about us? A very high percent said online. Whereas if you look at stuff like branded search terms, someone typing in the word eHarmony is incredibly high television. So we were always looking to see, okay, where was the self-select leaning heavily towards online? And channels like email were there. And to the point earlier, it's like email, I think as a channel is harder to make it work because of the controls and whatnot and getting the emails into the inbox. But there's a lot of channels that are working that marketers should be going for. And the sad part is there are channels currently there are tactics currently that are working for affiliates that are not incremental. And one of the tactics that still works very well today is cookie stuffing. Does everyone here know what cookie stuffing is? This is where a user is actually going to your site and they have a toolbar or a plugin that detects that they're going to your site. And so maybe they clicked on a Facebook link or maybe they clicked on a Google PPC click. And as they're going to the site, the browser is hijacked and the user is, the affiliate cookie ID is stuffed in there. And so they show up as the last referring source, and the Facebook or Google or Yahoo source gets no credit. And what used to work in the past here was you would just get all this adware on people's computers. You'd put like toolbars, plugins without them knowing it, and then those guys got in trouble. Well, the marketers got smarter, the affiliate marketers got smarter, and they said, hey, let's figure out a way we can partner with the consumer so that they'll intentionally install these toolbars. And so they do stuff like, well, they'll say, like someone like a WeCare will say, hey, we'll donate 10% of the money we make back to a charity if you install this toolbar. So that people install it, and as they're going around the web, they're just basically stuffing cookies, and the user thinks they're helping out a good cause, whereas 90% of the money is being kept for WeCare. Or there's ones like Shop at Home where they're doing a rev share with the consumer where the consumer's like, yeah, any site I go to where there's an affiliate program, I'm going to get 20%. It doesn't influence of their commission. It doesn't influence my behavior, but I'm still going to get a kickback at the end of the year from this particular toolbar. So toolbars, I'd highly recommend blocking them from your affiliate terms of service. If you look at LinkShare, CJ, all these guys, you can block toolbars altogether. So I'd recommend blocking them, and what you'll find is you're still going to get the same conversions. Shop at Home, you may be paying them 94% less money if you're blocking toolbars, but you're still going to get the exact same number of conversions, and we proved that out with JustFab, one of our clients. Toolbars are bad. Bidding on branded search terms, that's something that has kind of disappeared at this point. It used to work well as a tactic, but it's harder and harder for affiliates to get in there, at least on the search engines. Like it used to be very easy to hijack brands. That's no longer a major thing. But I would say the biggest opportunity is killing toolbar traffic.
All right, remember, cookie stuffing. You learned it today.
I can say I spend probably an hour a week just cleaning up the cookie stuffing that my 7-year-old got from the family computer. So I hate them. If you have a campaign, I'm all on board. I'll be a contributor. Okay, so what's not working? So how many people here are either thinking about starting an affiliate program or, yeah. How many people have like an established affiliate program and you're just trying to make it better? Okay. So what's not working for my startups? So what's not working for my startups is these obnoxious promotions that they want to go out of the gate with to establish their affiliate program that will never recover their COGS. You will incent the wrong behavior by going out with a very big commission out front, and you'll probably incent the wrong behavior in attracting the wrong affiliates. So don't do that. Think about other like freemium things that you can do, so forth. For the ones that are more established, you should think of affiliate programs as now a feedback mechanism for your product. So you're going to go out and extend your reach. And I'll give you an example. I have tons of partners that say, Penny, I want to go to China. you guys are going to go to China. We're going to ignite like 8 billion people. I'm like, that's awesome. However, do you have translation for your affiliate program? Do you have the support mechanisms for the payments and the legal laws of it? Do you have sufficient support for your product? Because once you ignite 8 billion people and they think your product sucks, guess what? You're not going to have an affiliate network. So I think being really clear on the infrastructure of your product and service and knowing that your affiliates are an extension of your sales force is really a big deal in terms of a strategy. And that's how I see things that are not working well, right? I've got guys that are just starting out, and I just read something that said, you know, affiliates are more finicky, right? Like the parent blogs, they want to know that you're established and credible. And a study that I read said, hey, they want to see brand recognition, so you at least have to make $1 million in sales first before you even start doing an affiliate program, because they want to know that there's a long-standing relationship there. And then for the ones that are more established, they're just trying to reach new markets or grow their program, I would say make sure that you look at your infrastructure first to make sure that you can scale it to have a positive experience for your affiliates.
Thank you. That's great. You could tell your friend who wants to launch in China that the product's already there. It's been pirated, and it's free.
You're good. Yeah, it's free. Go. You're good.
Okay, so we're going to move along right now into the next thing, which are tools, because we'd like to know what, if we want to get into affiliate marketing, what tools can we use? Hopefully affordable, because you know if we're trying to get off the ground with something, we don't want to go top shelf. But there's probably some top shelf people out here as well. So we'd like to hear all the different types of tools, especially about Convertro from you. So why don't we start down at the end and we'll work our way back.
Tools for affiliates tracking obviously is it's the main tool that you need. We use Commission Junction as a network. They provide a more holistic relationship for us. So if you have, whether it's in-house or through an agency, it's a little bit less management on your end. But then there are tools like a Has Offers, HitPath, Cake Marketing, those types of tracking tools. But you need then like some type of affiliate manager to manage for you. We also use tools like Optimizely for landing page optimization. Pretty much it.
Optimize.ly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
So ditto.
Yeah.
I think you pretty much covered all the affiliate pieces. So I guess making the affiliate definition a little more broad is just kind of third-party reach. There's more tools you could use to just keep yourself safe, especially if you're a brand and worried about the types of sites that you might end up. I mean, as we all know, the internet, I think, overall is a pretty unsavory place, but somewhere we need to be and we want to be. So there's Double Verify and a couple other tools that could just make sure that what affiliate networks or ad networks are telling you as far as the sites that your ads will actually show up on actually are. And I definitely recommend that everybody uses some service to make sure that your ad isn't ending up on a site that could hurt your brand or something that you don't feel has the correct messaging for you.
There's Lashback for emails.
And
That's
Lashback
another
for
good
email.
one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lashback was mentioned. Now, what if I'm a consumer and I'm just curious about when I'm being sold to by an affiliate marketer? Is there any tool for that to let me know that there's some affiliate deal going on?
That's a good question. I mean, working in the affiliate business, I used to always love looking at redirects and using HTTP Watch and tools like that, but that's probably not the most user-friendly. Outside of that, there's actually some really good data companies now that are coming out with public tools. Axiom has one. I apologize, I don't remember the name of it, but it's in their beta testing, where you can actually go and see all the data that Axiom, which is a big data company, has collected on you. And you'll start noticing that the types of ads that you get, not just digitally, but also direct mail and telemarketers, will start fitting that. I actually went onto Axiom's site, and it said that I was a 90-year-old woman. I'd been getting not joking, I've been getting AARP ads.
You look great.
I know, thank you. Yeah, a lot of plastic surgery. So I've been getting AARP ads since I was about 20 years old coming into my mailbox. I was never really sure why. I always thought it was, an old soul, so it kind of fit, and they just knew that. But, obviously somebody at some point filled out a form. It was probably me and didn't select the right boxes, and it ended up in a database forever. but I was able to go in there, correct it. Now the ads that come to me are a little more targeted.
Thank you.
Okay, since our programs are a little bit non-traditional for most of the people here, but I know our entire office is on LinkedIn, and everybody's on it every single day. You can walk down the halls, and somebody's on there finding a new person to talk to, or finding a new company to be following, or a group like this to be following, and that website is just, or that service, I would say, from my studio perspective, is pretty amazing, because in the old days, you'd have to call people and you would never get a call back. You didn't even know who you were calling. Half the time, you'd talk to a reception desk, and they would have no idea who in the marketing department, or who in the brand department, or who in the promotions department to reach out to. But now with LinkedIn, it's just an amazing, at your fingertips. You can actually reach a person the same day, someone you've never met before in your life, and next thing you know, a week later, you're meeting them in person, presenting a movie pitch, or they're presenting what they're trying to reach us for. So that's what we use.
And that's affordable.
Yeah, it's free.
No, I mean, everything boils down to being able to track affiliates and their performance. And if you look at the mobile space, Offers has really done a nice job there with integrations and in-app through their SDK. You're able to see, what marketing campaigns are driving installs. So I think they're kind of the leader that we see a lot of integrations with on that end. For call centers, or clients that have phone-based leads, companies like Mongoose Metrics, Response Tap, Marchex, these companies now have the ability to take, rotate unique phone numbers on the page, so that you can actually tie that phone number back to an individual cookie, and then determine what marketing affiliates are driving, phone calls that end up converting in the end on the back end. So those are like examples. I mean, we work with companies like Cake as well, but ultimately, once all the data is trackable, then you want to be able to pull it into your your attribution software and see how much credit every single marketing touch point gets, including affiliates. And you'll see that we use a regression model where we do different coefficients or weightings for each affiliate. And you'll see some affiliates that are getting a ton of weighting, meaning we determine that they're highly influential in the conversion, and ones where they don't appear to have any influence at all. And I think being able to bifurcate that traffic and reduce your spend against those that are not adding any value is kind of what Convertro brings to the table. And we're successfully cutting affiliate spend in half for most clients, while not decreasing the amount of revenue that the client's generating. And what that allows you to also do is it allows you to run multiple programs. So some people say, okay, just use CJ. Our philosophy is
Commission Junction.
Yeah, Commission Junction. Our philosophy is run as many affiliate programs as you can concurrently, because there are overlaps, but there is the opportunity, if you can manage the program successfully, to get accretive traffic by having as many affiliate channels sources running concurrently. So our software just makes it easier for people to manage multiple programs at once.
Thank you. And last, Penny?
So, I mean, from my perspective, in terms of tools are utility, right? I think what a lot of companies don't do is they don't set the strategy first, because you have to back into the tools. And so I think taking the time up front on somebody said competitive analysis, right? So what are your competitors doing? How are you going to outsmart them? Understanding what your growth strategy is up front, because you want to get tools that can grow with you, right? I see a lot of people install tools that at some point they cap out and they're not scalable to get them to the next level. I think the other thing that you should look for around tools is also open source. So you want tools that can connect with each other through APIs. And I think using firms like David's is really helpful up front, because the tools, again, are utility but you have to set the strategy on what you want to monetize, what you want to monitor, what's your end goal with the affiliate program, and you'll find out that you might have some preconceived notions on tools that you needed, and when you go through that exercise, you'll realize you didn't need that at all. So that would be my advice on tools.
All right. You heard it here first. Microsoft endorses open source software. I'm just
We love open source. We're
Good.
sticker.
Yes. All right. Well, so I've had a few tools that I use that I didn't hear you guys use, and I don't even know if it's really applicable here. If you're interested in getting into your own affiliate, like you want to be an affiliate, I found Amazon was an easy place to start. You can sign up really quickly. It ties into your Amazon account, and let's say you're soccer coach and you got 15 people and you're recommending what ball to buy. Heck, send them an affiliate link and get yourself a kickback and find out what it's like. Because you're influencing that purchase. And if they click, the interesting thing with Amazon is if they click on that link that you send them in an email and continue to shop at Amazon and go buy a TV, you get the percentage of that purchase as well. It's not just specific to one product. So play around with it. It's really easy to do. And then the other one that I heard of at the last company I worked at was Swag Bucks. And what that is people using Swag Bucks. They're like Swag Bucks members, and they're getting this virtual currency instead of actual currency to do actions like sign up for your newsletter. There's 5 Swag Bucks, or sign up for an American Express credit card. That's 150 Swag Bucks. And then in the end, they can redeem these Swag Bucks for things like a Chuck E. Cheese or something. It's an interesting virtual currency affiliate marketing that doesn't cost a whole lot for the companies trying to influence the end user's behavior. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so I think we're doing well on time. The next thing I'd like to ask is, do any of you guys have case studies of things you've worked on or people you've worked with that you can share? It's not under NDA or anything because we are public here. About affiliate marketing that worked for you? You feel free to raise your hand. We don't have to go up and down the line because I didn't see a whole lot of case study answers in our spreadsheet. Can you guys think of anything?
I haven't worked on it directly, but I would say Netflix does a very good job using affiliates. They really cater to, they've learned what affiliates can do for them, and they've customized their marketing to utilize and leverage that type of traffic instead of kind of shying away and just ruling it out altogether. So I like their model, and I think it's definitely someone to look into.
Okay. Thank you.
I have an example, but I'm not going to be able to name names, so I apologize. But I have previously worked with a custom blinds installation company. There's not so many big ones out there, so you can probably guess which one it is. But what this company did is it worked with a lot of direct publishers as well as networks. And what it really found to be a just great value to them was finding direct publishers that had a lot of data on their customers. I know I'm bringing up data a lot, but it's really what I find being kind of the wave of the future, and being able to use consumer information to be a win-win so that you're able to get the best conversions and spend the least amount of money to get those conversions, but also so the customer or the end consumers are happy to see those ads. People love seeing things that are relevant to them. It's something they'll engage with. So what this company did is it actually teamed up with a major credit card company that actually also worked as a publisher. I see that a lot today with credit card companies. I have a few credit cards, and I get emails all the time sponsoring things like vacations and trips. So what this company did is worked with a credit card provider, found people using data that had $500 balances, I believe, and they were able to pay them off by the end of the month, every month. So these are customers that obviously have a little money to spend, and they found when targeting that specific group of people, and they knew it was going to get into an inbox, this was an email campaign, because it was working with a direct publisher that had a whitelisted domain, they were able to get great conversions. I believe the CPM price was over $50. And because of that targeting, they said it was the best campaign and the best ROI they'd ever seen using affiliates.
Wow. Any others?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of case studies that show, areas where, you can cut your spend and still get the same results. Those are available if you go to our website. Just Fab was an example where, they cut their cookie stuffing policy and basically prevented people from doing it, and they managed to cut their costs by 94%. with those cookie stuffers and still get the same number of conversions. I think from an affiliate perspective, in terms of case studies, I think if you want to be a successful affiliate, you want to build a brand. And my favorite example is SeatGeek. Does anyone here know what SeatGeek is at all?
Yeah, that guy tells you where to sit on the airplane if you have long legs or if you don't want to be next to the bathroom, right?
No, I think that's Seat Guru, but SeatGeek is basically a site you can go to, and they started with apps because apps is an easy way to crack into affiliate marketing. They started by basically using all these different APIs. So as an affiliate, you can get your hands on APIs from different companies. That's basically a feed of all the different products that people have. Well, they said, look, there's all these ticketing sites out there for basketball games, football games, concerts. They just basically said, let's take all these APIs from all these different sources. Let's aggregate them into one site where I can go there and I can look up like a Laker game and see, okay, what seats are available. They pull up a stadium. They'll show you what seats are there. And then no matter what place you choose to buy your tickets from, whether it's Ticketmaster or Lakers directly, they're getting a commission on all of those sales, and they're getting like tens of thousands of installs on this app. And now people are going to the website. They're doing it all virally. They're building this brand out. And if you look at like Angie's List and Hotels Tonight, anytime you can take and aggregate something as an affiliate and you can enhance the value to the consumer, you're going to win. You're going to win big time. And I think that's, that there's definitely an opportunity there. And, and some marketers will even look at their affiliates and say, hey, these affiliates are successful. Let's create fake affiliate sites that look like they're affiliates, they walk like they're affiliates, but we own them and we don't really have to pay a commission. And I've done this in my past as well. But if you're trying to own real estate, if you're in the flowers industry and someone's bidding on your brand, there's no better way to box them out on the paid side than to have another flower site that you happen to own box them out. And if you have the data to show that that it's working out from an ROI perspective, then you should do it all day long.
So I have two things to add to this in terms of case studies. The first one is around niches. And so really understanding your niche for your service or product and transcending that into your affiliate channel is really key. And so one of my startups that we worked with was a gift-giving app. And so their MO of a customer that they needed was essentially a college student, right? Or someone in their mid to late 20s, because they could gift a drink at the bar, or they could gift, whatever. And so what this particular company did is that they understood their niche, which was this younger market that wanted to do these gift givings on Facebook, and they really started an aggressive program to find that niche, right? So in the case of you, starving college students would use the Amazon example that you did to get some extra cash. And so they started to build viral programs, like you said, like that. I think my second example is the Tiny Prints that I used earlier around, they really found their niche on influencers, and they realized that these parent blogs and these wedding, blogs and influencers that had a lot of cachet that would sell their paper goods were the ones that they really wanted to go after. And then I think once you find a niche, then you can start identifying sub-niches, beyond that, right? So like, what's the secondary niche that you want for an affiliate program? So again, be very sort of prescriptive on that in terms of where you're looking for your affiliates.
Thank you. All right, we are going to have time for questions, but this is my favorite question of the panel that I get to ask people, and that is, tell us something about something you've totally mistaked, to just blundered, right? Like you made a decision in affiliate marketing that you learned a lot from and it wasn't successful. Because I think for us, learning from mistakes is probably the most fruitful thing we can do here. Anyone have a really awesome blunder? I can share one. I know the affiliate marketing, if you Google it, you run into it's almost dangerous to Google affiliate marketing because it's almost synonymous with get rich quick. And so people are being convinced at home that if they just come up with a website, all of a sudden with a link, an affiliate link, all of a sudden they're going to get rich. But what winds up happening is it's all kind of flipped on its head, where those people who want to be working at home and earning thousands of dollars a week, they get sold information about getting rich quick by being an affiliate. So be careful if that's what you want to do. I'd say it's a pretty rocky road. This is a very safe place to learn about it, but if you go online, there's a lot of get rich quick schemes in the affiliate marketing space for the people trying to be the affiliates.
So early on in my career, I ran affiliate programs, and so I was very successful with an e-tailer, and we used, a very much so out-of-the-box affiliate program, which remains to be nameless today. And so I felt when I went to my second gig, so wanted to replicate the same success I had in my first e-tailer with the same sort of program and model, it would work the same. Well, it was a very different industry. The first instance when I used them, I was a very much so e-tailer model. I was selling vitamins and products, and it was a very easy affiliate model, if you will. So when I went to my second stint, I was trying to sell web hosting or SaaS services, and so that's a very different sort of affiliate channel that I had to build. And what I realized is I made the mistake of saying, I need this tool to help run my affiliate channel, whereas in hindsight, I needed something else. And that goes back to my point about tools and strategy and what are you trying to get to. And so I spent money investing in this program, and I had to basically say I made a mistake, and I had to rip and replace it with something else. And I think what that taught me was understand your limitations early, accept the mistake, and then try to move on with your management team to course correct, because the affiliate model was something that we couldn't really fail on. So that was my big one.
Thank you. We don't have to go to everyone, but anyone down at that end, maybe?
Sure. So a few years ago, I was working with a large daily deal company. And in the affiliate business, you think you're relatively safe when you're running on a CPA or a cost per action campaign. So in this specific campaign, it was like $4 or $6 for an email sign up, a new customer. And you're like, you know what, it's a brand new customer. The client that I had would scrub against their database, make sure it was somebody brand new, somebody new to market to. And everybody felt kind of like it was a good situation. And you get really excited with that. It's a big client. They have a ton of budget. You have a great affiliate network you're working with, and you can scale to literally $100,000 or more a day and spend with this client. So everybody gets super excited. You're making a ton of money, and you get too caught up. And I did as well. I got too caught up with the initial revenue and just really trying to scale without, and so were the media buyers on the client side, where what I learned later, a lot of those customers, maybe don't have the best lifetime value. A lot of them might just be signing up because, who knows, maybe they got pushed this ad 1,000 times, and at some point they just want to see what's inside without really being the right targeted user. So what I learned from those mistakes and what it really led to was decreased budget, decreased CPAs, and not a good situation for anybody. So what I learned is to really work with my client, learn what their true goals are, the true key performance indicators, not just the CPA that they want for a new customer. Really look into lifetime value, look into what they're doing to keep retention, and really model your business and how you work with your affiliates around that.
Great. Thank you. David, we know Dreamworks employees never make mistakes, so it's okay. You don't have to share.
Well, I was going to say, I actually worked back in the late 90s. I worked for a company called what'shotnow.com, which I'm sure no one has heard of in the room. It wasn't around very long. But we did affiliate marketing, and what we did is I worked in the promotions and marketing group, and we were selling any sort of trendy merchandise. So whether it was sports apparel, music apparel, or music goods, movie paraphernalia, things like that. And we signed up anybody to be an affiliate. And I felt like at the time, you're like, we need to get out. We need to get what'shotnow.com out there as large as we can, as big as we can. And I think by not being selective in who we signed up as an affiliate really hurt us, because we never really checked who we were signing up. And then when we did, we found some of these people were not really who we wanted to associate our brand with, nor the brands of what we were selling. And so from that perspective, I would just recommend being selective, and that's what we do at Dreamworks. We're very selective.
Okay, great. Well, then I think what that does then is wraps up our panel for the questions for the speakers. But now's your chance to ask any questions if you have any about affiliate marketing or anything you've heard from the panel. Does anyone have any questions? Feel free to raise your hand. Yes.
Can you guys speak to what is a good range for paying out affiliates?
Okay, I'm going to repeat that for the camera and the people at home. So can you please speak to what is a good range for payout? I think you're talking percentage on the purchase. What's a good affiliate range to offer so that you entice the right ones and you get the right types of deals with you and your affiliates?
I mean, you're going to want to look at your competitive set. So if you're in the flower space and you're seeing that your two competitors are offering 10%, you're not going to be able to go in there and offer 5% and get as much traction. So you're going to want to basically benchmark versus what is out there, and then you're also going to want to see what your revenue per thousand is for the individual affiliates. So if your offers are monetizing at a much higher rate than that of your competitors, that'll pan out into a really high RPM, which is what commission junction and these networks use, and the affiliate will see, okay, well, the how much I get for every 100 clicks is going to be higher. And so you want to just basically kind of use that in conjunction with what competitors are paying.
I think I heard you allude to a sliding scale, right? Where the really qualified ones that give you the best type of traffic, you can offer them a bit more.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't want to. You can basically tranche it, and we find if you take everyone at a lower level, then it allows you to give private offers at a higher level. And you can either bring the affiliates in house through Cake. You could use software like Cake to take your top affiliates. I think Penny mentioned that earlier. Which is like take your top performing affiliates, bring them in house so that you can effectively avoid paying that affiliate commission fee to CJ and Linkshare, but also allows you to work closely with them. And then the rest of the affiliates, you can keep them at a lower commission, but give them private offers as needed. And a lot of it is how much if there's seasonality or something like coupon sites. I say don't add any value, because you're going to get those conversions anyway. But if there's a seasonal window where it's relevant, like if for Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, someone like a Retail Me Not will feature you on the homepage. So if you can negotiate with those guys and get featured placements, then it's worth giving them more money. But for day-to-day, I would make sure you keep your coupon sites at a lower commission.
So Cake is good, cookie stuffing bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cookie stuffing bad, Cake is very good.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
Kind of along those lines, if you're working closely with an affiliate and you want to promote a product or service and you're working very closely with them, what is the best way, in your opinion, to incentivize them to sort of be self-managed?
Okay, the question is, if you're working with an affiliate and you want to be close with them, what's the best way to incentivize them so that they're self-managed?
So I'll take this, but just to clarify, are you thinking that the affiliate would just continue running the new products without you having to sell to them?
Right. If they're set up, there's a commission structure.
Okay.
What is the best way to make them push the product that you're selling?
Sure. My recommendation is honestly have the best product, have the best creatives, have the best call to action on those. The affiliates are there to make money, and it's their business to have the highest RPM or CPM for the users that they have. So a smart affiliate will shop around. A smart affiliate will go to different affiliate networks, find out who owns the best offers in the industry and try to go direct to those. So how you're going to get them is really having an offer that's going to be the most profitable for that affiliate. And it's, again, a win-win situation if you're able to do this, because by making your offer click so well and have a CTR that really brings up that overall value of the campaign, you're going to be able to get more and more affiliates, and they're going to be very loyal to your brand and asking you for when your next creative or your next offer is coming out.
I just want to add to that, though. I don't know how much they can be self-managed on a long-term basis, because it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind at some point, especially if the offer's not making them that much money. That's why it's really important to continue to engage them, send them new creatives, send them new promotions whenever they're available or not, specifically for them. That can help them continue it on their own.
I think DreamWorks has a pretty awesome, program for for the affiliates, right? Where they get to come on campus. You alluded to that.
We've actually we did a trailer for a movie coming out next year. Or we have a film coming out, How to Train Your Dragon 2. And we debuted the trailer at Comic-Con, and people were posting pictures of themselves, or videos of themselves, I should say, watching the trailer for the first time. And it was great and frightening at the same time, quite honestly. I mean, the reaction of the fans, and we made a trailer that we now use as a selling tool out there as we're pitching this movie to partners and to licensees. So it's pretty amazing, and we got the rights. We then contacted each of these people, and they were excited the fact that a studio contacted them, or our studio contacted these fans, and now are using them in our marketing. It's quite amazing.
It's like a dream come true for a super fan.
It is a dream come true for a super fan.
Penny?
Just to add on to that, I think another way that you can add more of a self-management piece and make an affiliate more productive for you besides just the offer, so like what you pay them, is making it a very frictionless process. So making sure that you've got a program that really nurtures the affiliate relationship and provides them like the frictionless interaction between you. And I think that's what they value. And I think somebody said transparency as a word. And I think that's what some of these finicky, more high-powered affiliates now are looking for. They're looking for not just the offer, but what's the relationship that you're going to provide me over the long term, and what's the value of that?
Some companies have affiliate relationship managers, right? Like you did that, right?
Yeah, we do. So we have a pretty streamlined go-to-market program. And just to give you an example of the power of some of the freemium stuff that you can give them, we have what's called like an App of the Day program. And so we co-market potentially with an affiliate. And so, having Microsoft do a tweet on their behalf and talk about who they are because they sell our stuff is really big for them. Doesn't cost me anything. I mean, I got to write the tweet and, submit it. But other than that, it gives them a really big value, and it brings that loyalty back. So think outside the box about beyond paying them, what else in your program can you give them to bring value?
Great. Thank you. Any further questions? 2. How about we'll go back there first and then up here second.
I was wondering if you have any advice for small businesses that are, have a product and are not currently doing this. They may be in retail shops right now and they're online. Do you think affiliate marketing is something we should even consider for a $2 to $5 million product-based company?
Okay, so the question is, for small businesses, in retail, for example, with a small budget, and you said your budget's not 2 to 3 million, your industry is 2 to 3 million. Your revenue for your small company is 2 to 3 million. Is affiliate marketing worth it, or should your efforts and dollars be spent elsewhere?
So I have an answer to that. I would say start small and dip your toe. A great local example for me is Susie's Cakes. I don't know if you guys love cakes or cupcakes. They're not cookies, but
close enough.
I stuff them all the time when I can. But they've got 7 or 8 retail stores on the West Coast. They have a pretty good online presence. She started very small, and I think that there's innovative things that Susie's Cakes is doing to get to that sort of affiliate model. And being a local vendor, I'm sure she's super approachable. So that to me would be start small. Try to see what other competitors are stepping up to affiliates, and then potentially research some that you could interview.
Right, and that's affiliate in sort of the Dreamworks relationship with affiliates, where it's a marketing and brand awareness.
It's a fan base. It's a fan base, but that's where you start, right? Because you don't want to pay a fan if you don't have to, right? And then you can step it up to a full-blown affiliate program where you're giving quote unquote referral fees.
And you might not even have an e-commerce website where you're selling your retail product yet, but you could still make use of that brand awareness through affiliates and through fans. Does that answer your question? Sort of? Yes?
The Dreamworks example is one where you've got a differentiated affiliate offering. Are any of your other options looking at something that is maybe differentiated for affiliates, or there's exclusive product sets or bundles that you wouldn't otherwise have available, and is that a trend, or is that happening at all?
Okay, let me see if I can summarize this one. Do you see a trend towards offering affiliates an exclusive product offer because they're your choice affiliates that doesn't get to be offered through anywhere else? Is that a trend?
Well, I mean, I think it is a trend because as we saw with some of the examples, the top affiliates are being brought in-house. So then that way you can give them a more differentiated offer. So I think to all of our points, you have to look at what's beyond the offer and hold back and figure out if there is a differentiated offer for an affiliate that might be more of a prime affiliate for you.
How about at Warner Brothers?
Is the customer getting something similar to Walmart and Target where they're asking people for differentiated product sets oftentimes? Is there anything where you're giving exclusives to different partners?
Oh, okay. So the question now is about the customer. Does the customer who buys through the affiliate get anything special through that channel? And does that help your relationship with the affiliate to make them continue to be special and, loved and in-house and bringing exclusive new things to the market before anyone else?
So honestly, I haven't seen it for a different product for the customer, but the way that the client actually reaches that customer can be different. So something that's coming up now on a lot of different larger sites is native advertising. So you'll have companies doing videos that they integrate to their site that look like it's user-generated, but it's actually from a client. Or there could be like a stream ad, like what you see on like Facebook mobile today. And a lot of those can be geared and tailored and customized to the client to make it a different experience. And a lot of them are interactive. So using the ad as kind of the product, yes. But I think the end goal is usually the same. It's either awareness for a new product, or if it's a sale, that product is usually pretty specified. Maybe they're doing a little bit of price differentiation, depending on where that market is. But outside of that, honestly, no, I haven't seen it.
The only other thing that we do is create vanity codes. And so like for specific publisher or affiliates, like they'll have their own exclusive code or discount that they can offer to their customers. And we see that to be successful.
You can almost think of, like what Apple does with their exclusive invite-only launch events, right? Where the affiliates in that case are the media. They're using them. So if you can create that kind of, inner circle of people that are on the inside, if your product has a larger fan base with a thirst for information about what's coming next, you could use that channel as well. Anyone else?
I do have a closing comment. So just
Yeah,
because
I like
I did some research for you guys. So just to let you know how big this industry is, in terms of U.S. affiliate spend, it's going to reach $4 billion in 2014. That's a 16% CAGR growth since 2009. So you guys are looking at what's hot and happening in the next few years. 57% of that $4 billion was actually spent on affiliate paybacks. So 57% of that $4 billion was spent on paying back affiliates. And then what they're saying in the next 5 years in terms of hot industries for affiliate marketing is retail, financial services, and online education. So that just gives you a little landmark in terms of where the industry is going. And I just want to thank you guys for coming out and learning a little bit more today.
Wow, thank you. Do you guys have any final comments? I mean, that's a pretty good final comment right there. Why don't we bring Josh back up, and let's have a big round of applause for our panelists, please.